Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm down at the garden center right now. It seemed like a really good day just to come down here, see what things are going on, what plants they have. I've got a few holes. I've got lots of holes to fill, and I don't intend on getting a ton of things, but I do have a cart right here, and I want to possibly get a few shade plants. So I'm going to start here in the shade house and see what things I can find. I'm already seeing some really pretty looking things. There are a bunch of carex right here. Boy, these are pretty, aren't they? This one's called Blue Zinger. That's beautiful. Of course, the Evergold's gorgeous. There's some Hakanakloa. This is the Japanese forest grass. We have some around our gazebo area, and I actually need to fill in, so maybe I'll grab these. There's some hellebores, which are kind of tempting to me, actually. Ruby wine, that's gorgeous. Of course, these won't bloom until late winter, early spring. It's always kind of nice to have these things kind of planted though around. It's kind of like planting fall bulbs. You know you have something really wonderful to look forward to. Oh, so pretty, these ferns. Oh, that's a beautiful combination, isn't it? That's a Heuchera obsidian right there with illumination vinca. Kind of hard to see in the shade, but boy, that's a contrast. Ooh, I like this. Snow Queen Lawson Cypress. Zone 5, 20 by 15. I see lots of beautiful evergreens, and I have lots of spaces for evergreens, but I'm kind of thinking smaller plants today. Let's see what we got out here. Oh, I like this geranium a lot. Midnight Ghost. That is beautiful. I think I should have these. There's 3 of them. Cart is looking good. It's a cute bench. Oh, kind of bare bones in the greenhouse right now. There's some rosemary and lemon cypress. A few leftover herbs, not many. My goodness. This is how you want your greenhouse to look though at this time of year. We're kind of in that awkward stage between spring and wonderful weather and fall and wonderful weather. We're right in that kind of pit in the middle of summer where it is just like today is supposed to be 105. So yeah, it's hard to want to bring in a bunch of fresh plants when you know that they're going to have to suffer through such hot temperatures. But I think in the next couple of weeks, they're going to start bringing in fall stuff, and this whole area will be packed out again with beautiful stuff. I like these. The cobweb pennon chicks, those are cute. And I'm seeing that they still have a few David Austins. We should check them out. Oh, they've got some of the Whistly, is that how you say it? Boy, those are pretty. They look really good and healthy. Ooh, a climber. 6 to 8 feet tall. I like that color. I do have a lot of this though in my garden. I need to start branching out at some point. The Lark Ascending. That's a pretty white one. Oh, we've got one bloom. They're starting to bud up again, but they're kind of going through their summer lull right now when it's so hot. The Lady of the Lake. Oh, that's a beauty. Charles Darwin. Oh, isn't that pretty? And I think that is gorgeous. Showing it in a picture like this with lavender is so smart, I think. It gives you such a great idea. Like, I would love that pairing in my own garden. So I've got a few things on my cart, but I want to do one more pass through just to really study the evergreens, because it's something I really need to add more of in my garden, and they do have some really beautiful ones right now, like this right here. This is a Serbian spruce of some sort, De Ruiters. So it's got like a bicolor green and blue needle. This grows 10 by 8, which is a really great size. They're really fairly slow growing, 6 to 8 inches per year, and they're a zone 4. That is pretty, but so is this one. Is this a Fritsch? Let's take a look. Yep. I don't know if that's how you say it. Fritsch Engelmann spruce, 25 by 15. So you have to have a much bigger area for something like this, but I do love the color a lot. Oh, a beehive Norway spruce. That's so cute. 3 by 4. That's a cute little round sphere, isn't it? Red cone Norway spruce. Isn't that pretty? 12 by 8. That's a good size, but that is really tiny. I know that they get them bigger in the spring. For evergreens, I always want to spring for bigger ones because they grow so slow. Oh my goodness, and look at it back here. It's so empty. We've brought you on a tour through the nursery like in the spring, and this is just a different place this time of year, but it's so tidy. I love it. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take the small things that are on my cart just because it's gonna be so hot today, and I'm gonna take a pass through the inside of the garden store. Aaron's in there anyway, he's waiting for me. I don't know why he didn't want to come out here with me. It looks like there's some beautiful sedum up here too. Look at this. Oh, Thunderhead Sedum, that is pretty. Maybe I should have these too. Don't you think? Kind of round it off here. We got to have 3 different items. Shoot, there's only 2. Usually I go for 3 or 5, but that's okay. We'll just take what we've got. Those look good, don't they? Be fun to just do a bowl full of these on the outside table. Isn't that pretty? Tiny goldenrod. I've never seen that before. 3 inches tall, 5 inches wide, drought tolerant. Oh, the flies are out. Ah! Sun part shade. Tiniest goldenrod. Good for a fairy garden. Maybe I should just grab like a few of these, or just 5. There's 5 right here, just to have on hand. We'll find a spot. Okay, while I was looking, I also saw this, Davidson's Penstemon. That looks really like delicate. A subalpine species of penstemon that forms a dense carpet of rounded, succulent, soft green foliage. Tubular, fuzzy-throated purple blooms emerge on small clusters in the hottest part of the summer. Zone 5, evergreen, drought-tolerant. Interesting. Okay, I better stop because my cart is getting full. I love this cartload. Super interesting and diverse. My mom did say they were getting a little bit low on stuff, but look at how beautiful. Look at those echeverias, so pretty. Oh, these are huge. Look at that. I wonder how much this one costs. $5.99 for this beast. You've got to be kidding me. What about these, I wonder? Same, $5.99. What in the world? And the Haworthias? $4.99. Or is this an aloe? This might be a type of aloe. Either way, I know she said they were working with some new suppliers, but the price with the quality is crazy. $4.99. Those are cute. Those would be cute in a potting shed. Containers, but you know what? I think it's just gonna be plants for me today. All right, I'm ready to roll. Back here all by yourself in the dark.
I like it.
Yeah. I think it'll fit. It's a tight squeeze. You got it.
It's not a good placement for that pot. Who
Well-
would even put that right there?
Hey, I put that pot there, but I did not put this beam here, Mom. Mom put that beam there. So much prettiness. Last one, I'll go put the cart away. Thank you.
Yep.
We're home now, and I'm gonna grab the gator so that I can go load up all of the plants. Where is my white auger? Oh, there it is. Boy, I was looking for the white auger, and while it is white, it is pretty dirty. It was blending in. I think I'll be able to do most of the holes with this size. I think I'm gonna start with the shade grass first. So if we look in here, you can see the remnants of an all gold Haconocloa hedge. There are a few in here, just kind of scattered about. A few on this side, but they're pretty weak. So I really want to fill in with the ones we got today. Oh, I need to cut back these crabapple suckers. Look at that. Shame. The Haconocloa, this is the areola, the one that's variegated, is doing a little bit better in terms of naturalizing. And when I planted these, I split them apart. Like I got 1 gallon size cans and I split them into like 4 or 5 pieces. And so I'm really happy with how they have filled in. I do eventually want them to be a thick, you know, carpet like that, but they'll get there. And then I want to round the corner and have the all gold kind of pick up and be a nice bright pop of chartreuse. Well, that looks a heck of a lot better, doesn't it? Whoa. Oh, I love this grass so much. And honestly, I didn't worry about spacing so much because you'll see like I popped a new one in between 2 existing ones that are pretty weak. And then there's another existing one that's weak and another right there. Because eventually when these fill in, you won't be able to tell where the original ones were planted because they just grow into such a beautiful kind of thick mass. But they're a really graceful grass that doesn't take over either. So it's just a wonderful border grass. So gorgeous in a shady spot. Doesn't that pop? I also gave everything a little bit of a shower in this area because it's been so dry and dusty. You know, every once in a while it benefits the plants just to shower off the dust a little bit. And I had originally planted, you can see the mahogany monster right there. And there's another there. I planted a whole row. I think I planted 5 or 6 of them right in this area. And then we proceeded to have a super dry winter and I completely forgot about them out here. So it was user error. I didn't come out and give them any extra water. So only 2 survived. And that's just sometimes what happens. Some things slip through the cracks. So I do plan on filling this back in, but I may not do a big hedge of them. I might do like something different right here. Wouldn't it be beautiful to have some dark green ferns? And then maybe, or like white astilbe. That would be really pretty. And then maybe just fill in the rest with the mahogany monsters. Empress Wu Hosta is looking amazing. And here's the tag, in case any of you guys are interested in more information. All gold Japanese forest grass. This is the name I have always called it by, the Hakanakloa, macra all gold. So you can see right there, height 10 inches, width 24 inches. This one is labeled a zone 6, and that could be one of the reasons why this particular variety hasn't done the best for me, but we have been bumped up to a zone 6. So we'll see how true that is. Anyway, it's a beauty. So next up, I want to plant these sedums. I've got 2 of them, and I think I want to plant them right here. I've got the foxglove, the Camelot mix that I started from seed. There's a smoke bush, which we actually cut all the way back down to the ground this year, and that is what has sprung forth from the roots. But it's looking much more fresh. That's what we call the rejuvenation prune right there. Just cutting it back, seeing what it does. So I'm totally fine with it kind of filling in back here. But I've got some Alchemilla mollis or lady's mantle right here. There's a nice hedge of them. We just cut them back less than a week ago, all the way to the ground, and they're already flushing back new growth. So these actually form a really quite wide drift, like all the way here, and then they will kind of grace the side of the bricks there. And they're just a gorgeous plant. They catch water like a zinnia does, or a lupin rather, like a lupin does, in that it'll have like little droplets of water. When we ever get rain, they look absolutely beautiful. So I actually have some opportunity to plant some things in here. You can see right there. We do have alliums, drumstick alliums in here. This evergreen's coming out and I'm going to plant a new one at some point. Anyway, I think tucking a couple sedums in here will be pretty. All done with those 2. Super easy just to use the auger and drill out several holes right in the same area, and it creates just a perfect size hole for the 1 gallon size can. So these will be tucked in behind the lady's mantle and then in front of the foxglove because it'll be kind of a stair step down. Foxglove will be the tallest, and then the sedum, and then the lady's mantle. And I did not use any biotone starter fertilizer with this one because you just don't want to do that with sedum. They do not want to be over fertilized or really fertilized at all. In fact, if you see sedum start to flop, usually it's because they either are over fertilized, have too much water, or not enough sun. So zone 4 there, hardy to -30, 24 to 30 inches tall, and 24 inches wide. I'm excited to see that color. I think it's a pretty texture. Just a handful of stuff left. Next are the 3 hardy geraniums. So again, these are called Midnight Ghost. You can see the kind of the pale pink flowers, but I like them more just for the color of their leaves. So pretty. Here's the back of the tag. Hardy to -30, height 15 to 18 inches, spacing 15 inches. So they're already done blooming for the year, spring through late summer. Well, I suppose they could have a few more blooms. Most of my hardy geraniums will bloom one more time. But I've got the perfect spot for them right here. I've got some David Austin roses in here. They're called Ambridge Rose, which are just kind of going out of bloom. Again, they kind of flush in and out, but you can see if I shade it. Let me get over it here and see if I can get, there we go. See that just pale apricot pink? So absolutely gorgeous. I wish that I would have showed you guys what they looked like just a week ago. They were loaded with blooms. We've got a red cabbage snuck in there. There's a limelight hydrangea standard, which I need to tie back to the fence. It's kind of leaning. And then there's a few other things. There's another red cabbage. I thought I would plant the geraniums right in here. I think it'll be a really nice contrast. Everything over here is starting to look a little scruffy in this corner to me. I need to cut back the elderberry. I need to move the euphorbia. It's in a container, so that'll instantly make it look less scruffy. In fact, let me do that real quick. It's driving me nuts. Moved that out, which I'll find a spot for, and did a little bit of trimming, and it's amazing how just a little clean out will make an area feel totally like a breath of fresh air a little bit, lightened up. I need to blow off the sidewalks, and I'm going to bring the hose out and spray everything down out here too, but it's looking a lot better. What I think I need here, because this is temporary, I think I need to plant an evergreen, a small one, a blue one. Probably this one that I haven't planted yet. It's been sitting here all year. But this is just a really small globe blue spruce. I don't know if it still has the tag. Let me look. Yep. The Herman Nowell Colorado spruce grows 4x4. I think I need that kind of structure and weight right here because that's kind of what this is bringing, but it'll bring it in a bigger way, which is really needed. And you can see the white glitter eryngium. I started these from seed inside, and some of them are starting to put on buds. I'm so excited about these. So exciting. Okay, I got a little bit off subject there. So I'm gonna put the geraniums right in here and get them planted. Nice, the sun went behind a cloud, so we can see this a little bit better. But you can see the geraniums right in there. They don't look like much right at the moment until they kind of fill in a little bit because they're almost the same color as my mulch, to be honest with you. But once they're big and they're kind of reaching the roses, it'll be a beautiful show, I think. And then I gotta find somewhere to put my Ruby Glow euphorbia, but it really has shaped up nicely over here. I moved the little blue spruce just to kind of see what I thought of it in this area, knowing that the red cabbage is going to go eventually. And then I'll just let it sit there, you know, because you don't want to be too quick. This poor thing has been sitting in this flower bed for like the last 4 months. Just waiting. Kind of glad I didn't plant it though, because I may want to use it right here. So these are the last 2 we have left. Just the little guys, easy stuff. So I think these little goldenrod will look really sweet tucked up kind of underneath the hostas. There's a little bit of space right on the edge by the sidewalk, and you can see that these hostas are getting a little bit too much sun, which means the goldenrod will probably really like it right here. I think it's a great spot. I think those look so sweet right there. And I honestly think they'll get exactly the amount of light they want because it says sun to part shade. This area is definitely part shade. It's not full sun, but I think they'll do it. So again, there's the name of this one, Tiny Goldenrod. Says it only spreads out 5 inches. That's why I put them so close together. Because I thought, well, kind of want them to be in a group here, and I want them to touch eventually. We'll see how they spread, because goldenrod typically spreads in my experience, but I've never grown this variety before. So zone 4. Interesting. I'm super excited about this one. So the last one is Penstemon. I am a huge fan of perennial Penstemon plants. Are there any annual Penstemon even? There probably is. Anyway, they do so well for me in my garden. I have one, the Midnight Masquerade, that I absolutely adore. In fact, I just cut some of the seed pods, or like the little berries that are left over after the flowers are done. I never cut the plant back because I love to use them so much in arrangements, and I just cut them for our fall wreath that I made. Was that last week? Anyway, this is clearly a very different variety because it's such a short ground cover, but anyway, I'm excited to go plant it. So I came over here to the area by the chicken coop because I thought, well, this is kind of a perfect area for some Penstemon, and it's a little full, but I think we can make use of some of this space right in here. These are Wizard of Oz Veronica, which I cut back in a recent vlog, and they are flushing back, but there's space around them, and because it's so short and it blooms pink, it'll look really pretty with those dark purple Veronica. And maybe kind of like tucked in around the base of the arbor. And you can see this is a sunny spot. Like, hello, creating shadows here. I really like how that looks. The inkberry holly isn't looking super hot right there. It lost some of its leaves down below. We'll see what happens with it though. I decided to leave it for this year and see what happens next spring before I remove it. But oh, this area is just so fun. Do you like my umbrella? That's my chicken shade right now. I need to buy one of those sun sail things or whatever they're called. Those little pieces of fabric, I don't know, that you can hang up. Probably would look a little bit better than an umbrella. But anyway, these spread out about 12 inches. They're 3 inches tall. Here is the tag for this one. Davidson's Penstemon. Really good for the pollinators, which is awesome. And zone 5. Ooh, it's evergreen. Did I realize that? I don't think I did. That's awesome. Tubular fuzzy-throated purple blooms emerge on small clusters. I think it's supposed to say in small clusters, right? In the hottest parts of the summer. Huh. Awesome. Also, we're going on year 3. This is the 3rd year, or maybe this is the 4th year of the pallet walkway. Still going strong. This is where it pays to live in a really dry climate, because you can do wood projects like this and not have them rot. It's been so much fun. So that pretty much wraps up planting. I just saw on my phone that we're expecting winds between 60 and 70 miles per hour tonight, possibly, which is a total bummer. I mean, it is still right now, which is kind of eerie. The sky is looking kind of gray, and it is muggy hot, 105 degrees right now, like super hot. So I'm just hopeful everything survives it. It is a crazy area here in Eastern Oregon. We get so much wind through the summer, and it's hardly ever accompanied by any rain. And that's why we have to irrigate so much, and we have wells to do that, and we have drip systems everywhere. That's why it's so important for us. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing these plants. It was kind of a random thing. I just kind of got a wild hair to go down and see what was going on at the garden center. And you know, it's something fun to do. Like, I highly recommend if you can get out and go down like every couple of weeks just to see if there's new things or to see what's new or what's in bloom at the time. Sometimes you can find those kind of random things, like the Penstemon and the Goldenrod are 2 things I'd never seen those varieties before, like totally brand new to me. So I was really happy to nab those and give them a try here in my garden. So you just never know what you're gonna find. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.